Mad at that at all. I want to start early. I want to get started. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Best of Seven Sports Talk. Y'all know what it is. Happy Wednesday, people. Couple things to talk about this morning. Just give me a couple seconds so I can kind of get things together and all that. You know what I mean? The light shining bright all in my face. But definitely good morning to everybody. Couple things to talk about this morning. When it comes to the NBA, Ben Simmons and the Boston Celtics might be a match made in heaven. I think we should talk about that a little bit. My man, LeBron James. Oh, God, LeBron, you're doing it again, son. You're doing it again. And this time, I'm not sure if I can save LeBron. But my man, LeBron James, is making another quote-unquote power move. We're going to definitely talk about that. I'll put the link in the description box for anybody that want to come up and join me, talk your shit. You already know how we do here on the Best of Seven, man. Happy Wednesday. Hope all you guys are staying safe this morning. Charles Barkley has some spicy things to say about LeBron and Clutch and AD and the rest of the gang. So there's quite a bit of things we are going to kind of bust down this morning here on the Best of Seven. We live streaming. If you guys are in the building, if you guys want to join me, the link is in the live chat. Hit that like button, man. Share the video because I'm ready to talk, man. I can't save my man LeBron James this time. So LeBron James, some of you guys probably know, he's remaking the House Party movie, the classic famous House Party movies from Kid and Play. LeBron James is remaking this movie, but it's not going to include Kid and Play, of course, which some things should be left alone. Now, the backlash that LeBron James just got off of Space Jams, I don't know why he was going in this direction. Of course, it got to already been set in stone because Space Jam has been playing for a long time. So business-wise, I see LeBron just trying to stay in movies, getting back and forth to it. So I understand it from the business angle. Space Jams did a lot of money. He made some good money with Space Jams, even though the reviews were bad. But you are going to try to revamp House Party without Kid and Play makes no sense. Now, I saw who was going to be playing Kid and who's going to be playing Play in the movie. I don't know who the guy Play is, but who is going to be playing Kid? I don't know his name, but he plays on The Chi. He's the guy that got his own barbecue restaurant, the young boy who can't keep his thing in his pants, the one who slept with Carmelo ex-wife, Lala. I forgot the young boy name, but he's going to be playing Kid. He did a little interview. He talked about how the movie is going to be something that we may not expect or, from House Party. I just feel like LeBron shouldn't touch it. If you want to create a new type of movie like that, fine. It's 2021, but don't leave House Party where it is. You're not going to be able to top that. And it's not even just about LeBron. Anybody. Spike Lee, shit. Steven Spielberg, I don't care who it is. Tyler Perry, you don't mess with certain classics. You just leave it alone. You know what I mean? Especially if Kid and Play not going to be in it. If there was some type of spin-off where though, like in Coming to America 2, how they still had a lot of the older people from Coming to America 1 in the show, in the movie, but the spin-off was for the Prince. If they was to do that, then fine. But I don't know if that doesn't seem to be in LeBron's reach. And I think he's asking for it again, and I can't save him. I don't want to save him because to me, this is ridiculous. You don't mess with a classic, but they're going to try it. In the interview, they talked about it. They said they promised that we're going to be entertained. I'm just like, what? You could have created a movie about partying or whatever, but just leave that alone because I damn sure don't want to see the dude coming through with a box fade and all that old school shit. Like, that's going to be crazy. So we're going to have to see what's up with LeBron when it comes to this House Party movie. I don't know when it's supposed to drop. I believe they started filming. I know they definitely started filming, so this is real. I saw some pictures, and like I said, I caught a little bit of an interview. We'll figure that out. Cedric Ceballos, former NBA player Cedric Ceballos from the Phoenix Suns, he has COVID. He is in the ICU right now battling COVID, so prayers up to Cedric Ceballos. COVID-19 has been a piece of work in this last year and a half, man, to be honest. And it's not getting any better, but all the assistance, all the help that we're getting is going out the window. Everything is expiring. Everybody got to go for themselves. So, I hope you guys are continuing to mask up. If you guys feel like you want to get vaccinated or need to get vaccinated, I hope you guys are handling your business. But Cedric Sabalas, man, prayers go out to him. Hopefully he can make it from this situation. Battling COVID. I want to talk about Ben Simmons to the Boston Celtics in a minute. But matter of fact, let me go there right now. I want to talk about Ben Simmons possibly teaming up with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. That would be a nice match in the Eastern Conference as far as a big three, if you want to call them a big three. They're not the biggest threes. Jaylen Brown is still not a superstar. But to me, I think that'll be a great move. The problem is it's going to be an expensive move to get Ben Simmons out of Philly. And the Sixers may ask for Jaylen Brown. I definitely don't think they're going to get Jason Tatum, but they could want Jaylen Brown in the deal. Now, the only upside to this particular thing, and this is really being reported, that the Celtics and the Sixers are working possibly on a deal behind the scenes. Al Horford will probably be a veteran. I know is a veteran that, Joel Embiid would like to play with. So Boston still got some pieces, I think, depending on what Joel Embiid wants. If Joel Embiid, because Philly, to me, man, I think their window, I don't want to say is closed, but unless they get another superstar, I don't see Philadelphia making any noise when it comes to going deep in the playoffs. So it might be rebuilding time. It sounds weird, but it might be rebuilding time for Philly already. We talk about Joel Embiid. His signature was the process. Let's break down the process of the Philadelphia 76ers since 2011. Let me explain to y'all exactly what the hell this franchise have been going over this last damn near 10 years. And y'all let me know what y'all think, because to me, this should be kind of rebuilding in Philly. Good seven salute, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you guys want to join me, the link is in the description. But Ben Simmons possibly going to the Celtics would be an expensive trade. They would possibly ask for Jaylen Brown. Boston would hope not, but I think that Boston got some veteran pieces that Embiid would like to play with or could play with, like Horford, if he's willing to go there. But let me tell y'all what Philly done did. Since 2011, they drafted Nikola Jokic, 16th. They ended up trading him in 2011. 2013, y'all remember they drafted Michael Carter Williams 11th. See how he panned out. 2013, they traded Drew Holiday and Nerlens Noel. They traded both of them also in 2013. The next year is when they drafted Joel Embiid, I think 3rd overall. 2015, the following year, they drafted Jaquil Okafor, 3rd overall. The next year they signed they drafted Ben Simmons, number 1. So we had Embiid, Okafor, and Simmons going into 2016. This is when LeBron and them won their chip. The following year they had the number 1 pick again, and that's when everything just went downhill. Man, they had Markelle Fultz. 2018 they drafted Mikal Bridges and then traded him for Zaire Smith. And you see what Mikal Bridges has been doing. And 2019 they got rid of Jimmy Butler. So what type of process are we trying to trust in Philly? I feel sorry for the fans in Philadelphia because they really honestly are living on a dead hope, a dead prayer. Even if they had Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, if they got this thing together, it just would not work. They would not win. They would not come out of the East the way teams are forming. But now that Ben Simmons do not want to play, I'm looking at this report. Boston is trying to squeeze in without getting Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown out the window. Now, if you get Ben Simmons in Boston to play along with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, if they can keep both of those guys, Boston would definitely be a top 3 team in the East, no question. I know we got Milwaukee who repeated. I know everybody talks about Brooklyn and so many other teams. Miami is playing hard. I got Miami honestly coming out of the East. But if Boston could somehow, some way pull this thing off, it would work for Boston immediately. And if Philly is looking to rebuild, which they should be, I think they could be able to work some space out. You know what I mean? Even if they would have to get rid of Embiid eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, I feel like Joel is the problem more than Ben. But the money is on Embiid, so he's not going anywhere for now. If Philly was smart, he would have been the move that would have been made. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Joel, I don't like his attitude, his maturity. He's not the healthiest player in the world, and you know what I mean. He threw his man under the bus in the biggest moment. So if you ask me, fellas, I'm not sold on Joel Embiid at all in Philly. To me, they could have kept him, Ben, and put up a trade for Joel. I think Joel got a lot of trade value, so it would make sense to everyone else. I think that's just the moves Philly would be too afraid to make, but they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to go anywhere. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Let me go into the comments. My guy Keys is in the building. Salute to my brother Good Seven. Keys say when the Sixers first started shopping Ben Simmons, no one wanted to take him because teams weren't willing to give up the stars. Ben Simmons is 30% off right now. The trade value is going down. It's going down. And with that being said, I feel like Boston actually has a shot to get a trade done with Philly without giving up Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum definitely not going away. But they have veterans that I think Joel Embiid, depending on where his mindset is, he might be willing to play with for at least a year or two just to get, some money off of the books. And then maybe Philly could work on some help in the next 2 to 3 years. But I like this report. I like the fact that Boston is trying to go hard. I'm not a Boston Celtics fan, but Boston, it looked like it was over for them. Let's be honest. The Kyrie situation didn't work. Kemba Walker didn't work. Jason Tatum seemed like he's the only one out there, and he doesn't have enough to get it done. I could have seen him demanding the trade eventually. But if they can keep Jaylen and bring in Ben Simmons, nice young core. That's a nice, solid young core. Bring my brother Good Seven in here, see what his opinion is on this. If you guys want to join me, the link is in the description. Just give me 1 second. Good Seven, salute, brother.
Salute, Seven. What's up?
Oh man, regular shit, man. Regular
Only
shit.
here's my part now. That would be a good, for my opinion, that's a good trade for Boston.
Yes.
But my thing is, they're going to still have the same problem that Philadelphia had if he can't shoot the ball. Like like offensively, that's where the liability to me comes in. He can do everything else, but he doesn't seem like he wants to shoot the ball. And teams know this, so they're going to leave him open. And he can't always drive to the lane and get to the basket. It's just not possible. Even LeBron can't always do it. You have to shoot a jump shot.
I agree 100%. But one of the biggest ways to be successful in the NBA in 2022 and beyond is to know your role and play your role. And going into Boston, if you ask me, Ben Simmons could play that floor general. He doesn't have to commit to being inside, being at the four, getting banged up, having to worry about shooting free throws and pressure moments. I feel like they don't have a point guard, to be honest. Jason Tatum can handle that business when it comes to scoring. We saw Jason Tatum is evolving. Like, I believe he's becoming a superstar right before our eyes. I think that Ben Simmons could just be more of a actual big point guard playing that role and not worry about scoring. And I think it still will work for him.
It could work. It just I don't know. And he doesn't, for some reason, to me, Ben Simmons doesn't even look like he wants to shoot. He doesn't put the effort into work on his jump shot. Because how many years has he been in the league now? Like, come on now.
But my thing about effort though, D, is that we see so many clips on Instagram of Ben Simmons working on his game in the off season. Like, we see hella clips of him in the gym, working out. So it's kind of tough to say he don't work on his game. I just think it's a mental fear factor that he had going on, or just maybe this was all constructed for him to get out of Philly. Now, my brother Jo said that Boston will never get Ben Simmons without Jaylen Brown. I think the trade value, Jo, is going down. I think Boston got a shot.
But you know what? I think the trade value has gone down. But if you're just gonna go potential wise, you can't just give up Ben Simmons for nothing. They're going to have to give up something. They just have to. And I wouldn't make the trade if you got to give up Jaylen Brown. That's my personal opinion.
Now, these teams are in the same division, I believe, right?
Yeah, same division.
If I'm not mistaken, Boston and Philly
are they're in the same division. Yep.
So when you look at this on paper, everybody would probably say the Sixers would be a fool to do this or to make this move. But I'm just saying, bro, realistically, what the hell is the Sixers going to do in the next 2 years, even with Ben and Joel? I hate to say that they should blow it up, but it's like it's never going to get better. It
seems like they're missing something. There's something missing. I don't know what it is, but it seems like there's something missing on Philadelphia.
Jimmy Butler, we can start there.
Look, I would have never got rid of Jimmy Butler back then. I don't know what was the gripe with them and Jimmy, but
it was Joel. I promise you, it was Joel. It was the same thing that Jimmy experienced in Minnesota happened in Philadelphia, but he didn't want to. He didn't. It was like back to back. If he would have carried it the same way he did in Minnesota, people would have looked at Jimmy like the villain, like he can't play with nobody. He go to two destroying locker rooms. But I promise you, the immaturity of Joel Embiid probably rubbed Jimmy Butler the wrong way. Ben Simmons is an all-star. Joel's an all-star too, so I don't want to get it twisted like Joel can't play. But those little intangibles and those drive Jimmy Butler, as you can tell, I bet you he had a problem with Joel, and he didn't hesitate to leave to go to Miami when he had the opportunity.
I don't even know why teams are even trying to. Ain't nobody beating Brooklyn and Miami to me anyway. So I'm just saying they can make the trades all they want. But
you sold on
even
Miami.
if Boston makes the trade, I don't think they beat them.
If they make the trade, they're number 3. They're number 3.
You really
they're the
think
third best team in the East. I know so. They're better than Milwaukee. I'm saying it right now. They are better than the defending champions.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you. I got Miami coming out of the East.
Do you know it's strange that you say that? I kind of think I don't think Brooklyn coming out. I think it's either going to be Milwaukee or Miami. I really don't think Brooklyn coming out, regardless. I don't think they coming out.
You cannot win a 7-game series or a championship to me without defense. I don't care what Brooklyn has talent-wise. I don't care what they can do on paper. They cannot play defense well enough in the 7-game series throughout the postseason to win the Larry O'Brien Trophy. I have no concerns at all that Brooklyn will drop the ball again. I knew they wasn't going to win last year.
Yeah, if you can't stop nobody, you can score as many points as you want. But if you can't stop the other team at all, come on now.
Teams got hot. They don't want to see Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, and them guys in 7 games if they're not ready to play defense. You see what Giannis, they had Giannis. I know James Harden was banged up, Kyrie was out, but everybody say Kevin Durant the best player in the world. They was up 2-0 on Giannis, and Game 7 was in Brooklyn, and he couldn't get it done.
No.
So,
and just imagine this: you got Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, and the mindset of Miami Heat. They're going to try to put a punishing on Brooklyn because
absolutely.
They don't want to get physical, man. Even look, Aldridge. I don't care if they got Aldridge. He's not
Blake
a
Griffin.
physical player.
All them dudes been labeled soft before.
Yeah, all of them.
Yep. The hard body DeAndre Jordan. He with the Lakers now.
Where's the
You know,
toughness at? That little, what's that little guard that they got that played in the playoffs? He's all right, but he's not playing a major role of why they're gonna win.
right. The tone has to be set from up top. KD, Harden, and Kyrie. When it comes to toughness, when it comes to, attitude, it has to be, because they're the ones that's going to get the majority of the minutes. So you're absolutely right. They're the ones that's going to have to set the tone. That's a fact. So, yeah, man, it's going to be interesting, man. This is one of the most anticipated off seasons that I've been a part of, being a fan of the NBA, man. I cannot wait for next year already, yo. It's just like so exciting, man.
Yeah, this year should be very interesting. You know who? Side note, you know who is going to be a sleeper? Who I think gonna make the playoffs? The
Who?
Bulls. I think the
I don't
Bulls
think
gonna make the
so.
playoffs.
The only way to me, I think Chicago makes the playoffs is if the Eastern Conference is just that weak. Just for the simple fact they don't have enough. They don't have enough rim protection. They don't have enough interior presence to me. I like Ball, DeRozan, and Levine. I think they're gonna make some noise. But who do they got in the paint?
They still got that the dude from Orlando, the big dude,
Yeah, who we just talked
Nikolai,
about? Who
whatever,
got? Yeah,
Vucic, I think.
yeah.
They got him.
They got him. But who else? Is he one of them ones is he an ultimate defender? I think they need more than that. I'm not talking about stars as far as names, but they need size. They need bodies.
But here's the thing is, I don't think they're gonna get out the second round, but I think they're gonna make the playoff. The Knicks better be careful. I put it to you like this. I don't like the Kimba signing. And I'm a Knicks fan.
Mm.
I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm from New York. I'm a Knicks fan. But Kimba ain't
Woo.
the same Kimba.
Okay. That's a fact. Killer Chef salute, bro. So you don't so is a possibility that Chicago will take New York's spot in the playoffs next year.
Yeah, a big possibility. Tom Thibodeau, through his entire career, runs his players to the ground. You see what happened in the playoffs. That still upset me that he played Derrick Rose so many minutes. When it came to the last game, remember the second half, he didn't even play, I think.
Play him. He didn't even play him. That's a fact.
So
Wow.
and I wouldn't have gave Julius Randle $117 million. That's just my personal. I don't think he's worth that much. I know it's the salary cap, you got to pay somebody, but is he $117 million player?
Has he ever been? Has he shown one season that he's ever been? I ain't seen it.
And you know how we feel. Everybody get your money, but we just talking about basketball. Get your money. We're talking about basketball. He ain't worth that.
Not at all.
And RJ Barrett,
Not at all.
you need to do something about that right hand, man. That all you do is go, everybody, he going left.
Salute to my brother DC. Yes, sir. DC. It's not a done deal, but reports are that Philadelphia and Boston are really trying to work on a deal. Boston is trying to get Ben Simmons and still keep Jason Tatum and Brown. Now, on face, trade is going to be expensive because Ben Simmons is still locked in under contract, I believe, and he still, to be honest, have some value. Philly could put a nice price tag on him, but he refused to come back. So Philly might just want to take what they can get and rebuild. This thing could happen, Killer. I mean, DC. I don't know, man. But I'm going to keep my eyes and my ears open. Keep you guys posted on what the hell is going on in the NBA. I appreciate my brother D coming up here joining me this morning. I'm about to go ahead and get my breakfast shit started. I'm going to go. Y'all stay safe. Hit that like button for the kid one time. And I catch you guys later.
Peace.